Welcome back to Enter Valhalla. This is the place we talk honestly about the battles we all face. And today, Maya and I are talking about something that, honestly, it blindsided me.
We're talking about the part of grief that no one warns you about. There are not enough places that discuss topics like this, so that's why we are doing it here.
Exactly. We all know the first year after a loss is supposed to be brutal. The year of firsts, the first birthday without them, the first Christmas, the first anniversary. You're just bracing for impact all year long.
It's a year of shot and survival.
Right. It's pure survival. When my dad passed away, that whole first year, I was on autopilot. I was doing things. I was arranging the funeral, handling the estate, checking on my mom. I felt numb. I was sad, but I was functioning. And everyone kept saying, "You're being so strong."
Oh, you're so strong. The most dangerous phrase in grief.
Tell me about it. So I got through the first year. The anniversary hit. It was awful, but we got through it. And I woke up on day 366 and I thought, okay, the worst is over. I did it. Now I can start to heal.
But that's not what happened.
It was the exact opposite. It felt like I had been holding my breath for a year, and the second I exhaled, I completely fell apart. Small tasks now felt like climbing a mountain in the depths of middle of winter.
The strong one was done.
Done. I think it was about 14 months after he died. A random Tuesday, I was at the grocery store just getting milk, and I walked past the freezer aisle, and I saw it, a carton of Breyer's mint chocolate chip ice cream.
Oh.
It was his favorite. He ate a bowl of it every single night. And I just stood there, and then I started to cry. Not just like a few tears. I was sobbing, leaving on the cart in the middle of the grocery store, just broken.
The dam broke.
And the worst part was the shame. I kept thinking, what is wrong with you, man? It's been over a year. It's ice cream. You should be better by now. I thought I was going crazy. People even started staring.
And that's the lie, isn't it? That grief is the straight line that just the 5 stages, and you're at acceptance and you get a certificate and it's over.
Right. I was so confused that I went home and just started searching. Why is grief worse in year 2? And it turns out it's one of the most common things in the world.
It's so common. All that strength you had in year 1, that was shock. That was adrenaline grief fog. Your body was protecting you. Year 2 is when the shock wears off, the casseroles stop coming, and the world moves on. But you're just realizing they're not coming back.
It's the first time you're actually feeling it instead of just managing it. I found this analogy that I'm sure a lot of people have heard, but it was the first thing that made sense to me. It's called the ball in the box analogy.
It's the best one.
So the idea is your life is a box, and inside that box is a ball, and that's your grief. On one wall, there's a big red pain button.
In the beginning, that ball is huge. It's so big, you can't even move the box without the ball hitting the pain button. It's constant, agonizing pain.
Exactly. But over time, the ball starts to get a little bit smaller. It doesn't hit the button quite as often. You can have a good hour, maybe a good day.
But the ball never leaves the box.
It never leaves. And in year 2, that ball is smaller, but it's still in there. And you can be having a great week just bouncing along, and then you turn a corner, you walk past the ice cream, and that little ball just slams right into the pain button, and the pain is just as intense as it was on day 1.
It's the grief wave, and it knocks you over. I still have it. I'll hear a song that was our song with the friend I love, the one we talked about last time, and for 3 minutes, I'm right back there.
What I learned is that the goal isn't to get the ball out of the box. The goal is just to live with it. to know that the waves will come and they won't drown you.
So what do you do when you're in the grocery store and the wave hits?
Honestly, the thing that helped was to stop fighting it, to stop telling myself, you shouldn't feel this. I just stood there. I let myself be sad about my dad and his ice cream. I didn't run out of the store. I just felt it. And after a few minutes, the wave passed. I took a deep breath. I put the ice cream in my cart, and I went home and ate a bowl for him.
You honored it.
I tried to, and that's what I've learned to do when I feel a wave coming. I don't fight it. I just say, okay, this is a grief day. This is a grief hour. I'll stop and I'll just let it be, and I know it won't pass.
You're not getting over it. You're getting through it every day.
And that's the real strength, isn't it? It's not about being strong and not crying. The real fight, the real warrior's journey is about being brave enough to feel it and to keep going anyway.
Holding the emotions in for me wasn't helping. And once I started to let go a bit, the stress I was holding on to was finally releasing a bit.
I think that's the best way to say it. So to anyone listening who is in year 2 or year 5 or year 10, and you're suddenly a mess, you are not crazy. You are not failing. You're just human. And your grief is still valid.
We want to hear your story. What's a grief wave that surprised you? That little thing that just hit the pain button. Share it in the comments. Let's validate each other's stories.
Thank you for listening to Enter Valhalla.